My name is Puerto Rican. I am Tater.
I am Christian Sepulveda, and I am Tater.
I am Onyx Vega, and I'm Tater.
What's up, Tater fam? Welcome back to the We Are Tater podcast. This is episode 5. This is the first one that we're bringing in one of our best friends, one of our good friends, CC, Christian Colón. We're your hosts, Freddie and Jeremiah, and I'll do a little brief info about CC. We met CC about 2017. If you guys listened to the second episode, we talked about him a little bit. And CC went to Cal State Fullerton, got drafted out of there, and was a big reason why the Royals won in 2015. So I'll let Freddie take it over from here, and we'll get this going.
Yeah, CC's definitely been a big part of the company. He's helped us pretty much every step of the way, whether it's product development, product testing, outreach with new players, coaches, so on and so forth. And we really appreciate him, and we're happy to have him on this call. Without further ado, CC is here, and is there anything you want to say to the Tater community?
Man, hey, I'm excited about this one, bro. I'm excited about this one because you guys are like family to me. You guys have been always consistent, always truthful, always honest. It wasn't always about the product as much as it was about a relationship and the people. And bro, I'm beyond thankful that I get to do this opportunity to just talk to you guys, man. I'm just excited to be here. So thank you, man. This means a lot. And shout out to all the fans, Tater fans. Shout out to every kid out there just trying to grind and get some good gear and just look swaggy.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully, man, we're gonna continue to help you just develop your game in so many different areas, but I believe, all of us believe in the swag it's got to be there.
It's got to be.
And that's what my boys do right here. So,
yep.
Man, it's a blessing to be able to work with you guys just, from a long, long time ago, from that day in Pittsburgh, you guys came in, man, made me feel comfortable. And, man, I got to give it to you guys, man. You guys have worked hard, and it's fun, man. This is fun to be here. Whatever you guys got for me, man, let's just dive into it.
Yeah, let's go.
So, I mean, no, and like you said, man, like the day in Pittsburgh, we hit it off. Like we were friends from the jump. And, something that I know we've talked about a little bit, but I think a lot of people need to learn about it is, everybody goes through phases, right? And whether it's picking out a career, whether it's picking the school, whatever, when did you really identify maybe a moment in life where you knew that baseball was your thing?
Well, I got to tell you, Freddie, that was really early on, coming from Puerto Rico, Pops, my dad was all about it. Always. He was a lefty. He liked Ken Griffey. You know what I'm saying? He was back in Puerto Rico, they got men's league, they got softball, around the areas right there, little hoods. And my dad used to ball out, man. I remember when I was a kid, he could hit. He didn't really grew much more than 5'6" or whatever. But bro,
it's like us.
That's not a problem.
Hey, they called him Rafael Palmeiro, bro.
Oh, I love it.
He looked just like him with the mustache and everything.
Shout out to the Short Kings.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, bro. But he, he really introduced me to the game early. I want to say, I don't remember, when I was 5, but I do remember when I was 7, 8, and I kind of knew already. Going to the games, the professional league games in Puerto Rico were a huge part of my influence into baseball, Santurce, Mayagüez, seeing those guys like Carlos Beltran play, getting autographs. And that's back in the day, when Roberto Alomar was playing,
right.
Delgado, like that was popping. That league was
On
great.
another
So I
level,
remember
honestly.
Yeah, man.
Those are some legends, man.
yeah, all the studs were playing, So, it was cool being a fan, and that's really how I got the love for baseball. But then going to the games and being on top of the dugout, I became like obsessed with like getting autographs and then watching these players play. So I would say around 9, 10, bro, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do everything I need to do in order to get to the show.
That's awesome.
And I had, I had pops, man, that he gave me the opportunity to have the resources to really, fulfill my dreams. So shout out to pops, man, my family, my mom, my brothers, like they
the support team, without them,
the family thing.
And that's great. And it's kind of surreal now that you said Santurce, and it's crazy. You played in that league. You played in that league.
Yeah, talk about that, man. When you were growing up watching those guys play, and then you've had, I don't know how many years playing in a couple different teams too.
Yeah, man. Like I love the league. I mean, I think it's really good. Man, it was like full circle. Like imagine as a little kid, like that's where your first love really hits you, and then it's full circle, and you come back around, and now you're part of it, and you can have the same impact on younger kids. And I know what that does when I stop by and I just talk to a kid and we just hang out. Hopefully it would do what it did for me. You know what I'm saying? Like keep me going. And, but with all that comes challenges. I found out at an early age what I wanted to do, but bro, that was like, it was a blessing and a curse because I focused so much on that I forgot being a kid. All I wanted to do was that, and I got obsessed with it. So, hey, we got a visitor.
Hey, let's go. Let's bring her in.
Nice to meet you. How's it going?
This is Lulu.
Hey, Lulu.
Yeah, I will.
The girls, man.
The girls, yeah.
Yeah, man. They just that's the reason why I do it, man. I find out like now there's a lot more. There's a lot more out there. So
yeah, the baseball, the baseball grind is full of sacrifices. I mean, I think everybody goes through some semblance, whether it's missing all those birthday parties for your classmates in middle school and high school, or traveling because you have to go to this tournament or a showcase.
Yeah, I still remember missing graduations when I transferred to a different school, and then my friends were graduating. I couldn't even go because I was going to a tournament in Jersey. I was like, damn, I feel bad. So, hey.
yeah, she got a little cupcake. No, but all right, Lulu. We got to go in the house real quick, okay? Daddy's talking to the friends.
That's hilarious.
So, one thing is that I remember, I wish I would have taken more, just like have more interest in doing other things and enjoying other things as much as I did baseball, just because, man, like I feel I could have been present more. I could have handled things a lot different. I used to just be so locked into what I wanted to do at 13 years old. Man, when I turned 20, I was burnt out.
Yeah.
I believe
I was burnt out.
I know that feeling, man.
Yeah, man, I was just grinding too much. I was doing too much. All I thought about was one thing. And I should have learned how to change the oil. I should have learned how to do other things that, make you, give you other interests. And, that's, it helped because we got to a point where we got to the show and we accomplished a lot of great things. But, the show is the show and it's going to stop eventually for everybody. So then what? You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to, all right, what am I good at? What makes Christian? What makes Freddie? What makes Maya happy?
Right. Besides
what we do. I think we can invest more in what we do when we enjoy it like that. You know what I mean?
Right. What would you? So what would you, if you're trying to explain it to somebody, like as maybe a point of advice, what would you say looking back? How would you phrase it to somebody?
Say high school,
living through it right now, high school or college, yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm doing it with some kids, man. I tell you, and even the professional guys too. If you're in high school, man, just be in high school. I know you have a goal. Everybody's got a short term goal of getting to the next phase of your life or your professional career. But man, let's just lock it in on if you like to, let's say you enjoy building cars or working on cars, or you enjoy playing another sport, or not even sport
Playing an
related.
instrument or something, right?
Yeah. Like dive into that and get good at that as well. You know what I'm saying? Like learn how to be a brother, the best brother you can be. Learn how to be, the best friend you can be. And it's hard because everything revolves around, the sport you're playing. So I get it, but there's other things, man. So I try to tell these kids, like, slow down. Everybody wants to get from 0 to 100 already.
Everybody wants that exit velo over 100 miles an hour off the tee.
Yeah, man, that's what we do, right? We have problems sitting in that 15. Man, what that 15 looked like.
Mm-hmm.
What did it feel like? Like, feel it. Then you go to 27. Like, all right, what that 27 felt like. And we forget because it's like 0 to 100. That's what society's doing. That's what sports is doing. If you're a player, you know this. If you're a player and you don't handle, we got to get better. We got to get better. We got to get better every day, looking at what you got to get. No, man, let's just chill what you do good.
Right.
Like, let's look at what you do good and say, man, I can sit here for a little bit and enjoy it and then close that gap when it comes to my weaknesses. But, man, I would say, hey, enjoy it. Enjoy what you do. Give yourself some credit. You know what I'm saying? And just continue to push. But it's just the best analogy I have for it is that, man. It's like start at 0. You want to get to 100 as soon as you can, of course. But there's got to be times where we pause and we enjoy it. Like you guys, man. Think about how far you've come. And I tell you this all the time. I try to tell you guys on a hustle. You guys are always
on the grind,
grinding for your fans, for the kids, for people, for your team, man. You wanna do that, but it's okay. Saturday or Sunday or somewhere down where you can sit down and think, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo, like we're living out a dream.
Right.
We're really doing something.
Yeah, appreciate those moments, right?
And that's why we were so lucky to have you so close to us this year, where we got to see you so many times, and it would break up our normal work, the normal work week. I would even say work week for us is because it doesn't feel like work when we're at Tater, but we would get to take an hour and a half, 2 hour drive and go see CC and chill and be normal. Like it was
order wings and actually hang out and do.
Yeah.
It was baseball, but not baseball at the same time,
Man, I got to tell you, you guys it's impressive how you guys naturally, you guys are gifted, man, to just be consistent, be good people, especially in this world of baseball. You know how it could be difficult to have those authentic relationships. And so, I've always appreciated you guys, being 100%, honest and we always kind of kept that, that relationship where if something doesn't feel right or, we can speak up and, but you guys, the fact that you drove 2 hours just to kick it for one night, man, stuff like that. Like it just shows, man, like, and this is a brand that I have no doubt it's going to continue to grow. It's going to continue to do great things. And any way I can help, I'm always there. And to me, man, it's about the next generation. And I think you guys got the same idea. And it's a longevity, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like we don't want to be one-hit wonders and
up real quick and gone the next day, right?
Make a good bat and then the next one is
they grow too quick and before you know it.
Yeah.
And then bringing that baseball culture back, like we talked about last episode, and we were talking about baseball culture in the Kong.
Right.
And what that embodies, I know CC plays like that. CC's got the swag. I mean,
that's the one thing that was like at the beginning.
That's literally
my dad had to he had to call me back. Like, hey, son, like, hey, you too flashy out there, man. Like, scouts are gonna write that down and be like, yo, he can play, but he's just way too flashy.
Yelling
I
at
said,
kids,
Dad,
so
that Boricua life.
Boricua swag
hey, bro, I said, Dad, if I want to be in the show, I gotta act like I'm in the show right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
hey, you got to do it. You got to play the part, right?
Right? You got to feel that. You got to really believe that, and I think that's being your own. I heard this from Rick Ross, but it's like that's like being your own boss.
Yeah, being
Right.
your true self, being you. It's
Yeah,
like,
even you don't dictate, or you don't let people dictate, and we've heard this before. You don't let society, social media, other people dictate what the control you got of you and what you want to do, what feels right in your gut.
Yeah, because that
So I
outside
think
energy could be detrimental to like personal growth, right? Like whether it's like you're playing and you gotta you gotta hit, but you got people chirping in your ear, or even your own teammates or guys that you played against, or even just even for us too, is just like we come out with something and people don't like it at first because it's so new or
different.
whatever. But at the end of the day, this is who we are and this is what we like and this is how we carry ourselves, right?
Yeah.
there's always some competition, homie, always, and it's great. Competition brings out the best in us.
Right.
But I think what the world has done is just put people. I miss the days when you go up to someone and you talk to someone and hey, like I don't really like that. I know you didn't mean it like that, and I'm sorry, and just work it out. Hey, we homies, let's go. Like we're good.
Yeah.
Right.
But right now, it's like you send me a message on Instagram and say whatever, or Twitter. It's just like you can hide behind a lot of things, and I just miss the days that you could just it brings people closer, bro. It does. When there's misunderstandings or there's different things that, on a team, especially, there's a lot of different personalities, a lot of different people. And this goes to everybody, not just the baseball team, but
Right.
think about a corporation or,
Right.
or the team that you got there at Tater.
Yep.
If anything, it's
You
an
know?
opportunity to bring people closer together, right? Like if there's some beef or
Transparency, everyone being transparent is like, it just helps out with long term. There's
Right.
always short term and like avoiding things. Like you avoid things, you short term gain, you get it done with it, but then long term, that's never gonna help you. And you played on
Nah,
a
man.
lot of teams, man, a lot of different guys. Like, talk about that. Like, what was the transition like when you would go, get promoted, or you would go somewhere else and play, and you got a whole new group of guys with you.
At the professional level, you're with those guys in spring training, and you kind of know what level you're going to and which level really people are at. So, it's easier because you do know, but at the same time, it's a hard thing, if that makes sense, because you got to go mold yourself into that team's identity. And clubhouse is a huge thing, clubhouse, it's got to be running right. So, but for me, I don't know if it was because I moved a lot and I could relate to a lot of people, different people. I live in Arkansas, bro, and Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico is different.
everybody knows who
than
CC is when he
Arkansas.
drives down the street.
And then
Who's playing that Bad Bunny?
Yeah, bro, I was wearing some dangly earrings. What do we got? We're in Miami or what?
It's like the story you told us about the young buck you were training last year when he started wearing the earring to school. I remember that story.
Yeah, bro, they're just like, whoa, wait, what? This is like, nah. But it kind of taught me that, one, I can relate to a lot of people, man, and just because I just don't assume. I don't assume. I care about people, man. Like that's my passion, is to pour into people.
Yeah, you have that gift, man. If anyone has it, I think you can go into a room and talk to anybody.
Yeah.
You can motivate anybody, whether and really get to know and relate to them, which is really, I think that's one of the biggest reasons why we've hit it off so well.
Man, I feel like I let God work through me in a way of like, I want to encourage people. I want to give them compliments.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to let them know the good things they do.
Build people
because
up.
This world, bro, this world is about the other part. And I tell you, growing up, it was since I was 7 years old. It's like, all right, you can't do this. You can't run. You don't have a lot of range. You know what I'm saying? You got to work on that. You got to get stronger. You got to be on a diet. You got to, even at the professional level. All right. So you had a good season. You hit 300, but your OPS was down.
Yeah.
So you got to drive the ball more. So like, it's just constantly, all right, this is not like, I had a great time, a great season, but it's not satisfying anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I focus more on, you know what, like let's establish what you do well. Let's work. Let's feel good about ourselves and know, all right, I'm elite at this. This is what I bring to the table.
Right.
So I can't lose that. That's a non-negotiable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then once you identify who you are and yourself, which is a lot of the problem with younger players coming up, man, they don't know who they really are. Like, am I a home run hitter? Am I a base stealer? Am I a run producer? Am I a run scorer?
Right.
So, you know, we gotta help them identify themselves, and then all right, that's what we do. So there's no same thing in the clubhouse, man. Like when you walk in, you got to be consistent on who you are from day one. If you're kind of a crazy personality, all right, as long as you that guy every day, we can deal with it.
Yeah.
You know, I think what happens is when there's moody people, and that happens because I was one of them.
Yeah.
You know, that moody people you don't know how to really approach or take. So I've learned a lot from that, being that myself, you know, and
you would grow from it, right?
You gotta walk on eggshells.
It just creates, when you pull in for one goal, man, it just creates that's what's beautiful about it, is just so many people, you know, they don't agree, they don't see the same, they don't always have to agree, but they go hard for what they want to accomplish. And I think, you know, from a CEO to the, you know, it's cool to see how a person in power, whoever it is, guy or girl, and it's, you know, treating the bottom person with the most respect and serving before leading. Man, that's how a lot of the clubhouses get started, man. It's like, if you look around the league, if your best player or your most popular player is to himself and don't say much and don't interact, y'all ain't gonna win.
Right.
Y'all can put, you guys can put every all-star on there, it's not gonna work.
Right.
Yeah, that kind of ties into what I wanted to ask you this, because I know a lot of people always ask you about the World Series, but was that your favorite baseball memory, or is there something else that's out there that you reflect on that's like, yo, this was my favorite day that I was playing ball, whether like you were younger, it was even last year, how, you know, is there something out there?
I gotta say, I have a few, but obviously, you know, we talk about the World Series. That's the finished product of a lot of hard work and a lot of different things, and an opportunity that it just came, and you know, we was ready. But like an actual moment where I'm like, wow, like a few moments that I had where I look back and I just like, all right, I'm enjoying this. When I got drafted what I did, I felt like, wow, like I didn't accomplish it. A lot of people accomplished it, and it was great. I remember my development really took a step forward on the field physically in Utah, believe it or not. I lived in Utah for 2 years, and I don't know if it was the competition or I don't know what it was, but I took a step, you know, forward big time in my game. And at the time I was doing a lot of, you know, perfect game showcases, and I was, you know, training, and I was really focused, and I was working with Pops a lot on a lot of different things. And I feel like that right there was one of my favorite times professional as a baseball player. Just being able to like understand what I was doing with the purpose and applying it too. Like anything I wanted to do, it would come to, you know, it would happen. So then it really gave me that, like, it gave me that sense of like, I was imagining, you know, I was in bed and I had dreams, and imagine if I can make this happen. I can achieve it. I can achieve it because it's happening right now. So
that's the power of positive thinking, man.
Visualizing.
Yeah, visualizing. Exactly. That's the word I'm looking for. It's just, I started visualizing a lot, and then it was panning out. And that's a gift from above, man. Like to be able to, all right, like I get confident, you know, just imagine dreaming about a bat that's amazing. It's amazing in your head. It's right in your head, but it takes so much work to actually put that into fruition. And then guess what? It comes to fruition, like and it sells everywhere, and it's just the biggest thing. Like you just go back into it, like, all right, like I'm with this.
Right.
You know, I can whatever comes to my head, God's putting dreams in my heart that I can achieve.
That's it. I think, man, that's a great point. It's that power of positive thinking, I think. And we've had these conversations, like, everybody gets down a little bit. Maybe they have a bad game, but I think you do a great job of looking at the positive out of everything, right? And it's just like a lot of guys they don't have that ability to do that. They kind of limit themselves with mental weakness in a way.
Oh, I got to tell you, that comes from failing. That comes from feeling down. That comes from a lot of stuff I did wrong, and especially mentally, man. Like I said, like I wish I would have taken my mental game more serious and not just say, you know what, if you get too mental, you're just soft.
Right.
Nah. That's got to be important.
We're brought up that way, though, sometimes, that you got to just, fight through it, I guess.
Yeah. And there's some fighting through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's fighting through it, too. I'm not saying we every day, you know how it is, like, oh, well, it's too cold to go out there, man, or like
every day.
Whatever, like there's things that, but it's that balance. Do we go hard, and then take a step and enjoy it? Go hard, and give yourself some credit. Go hard, learn how to be a brother and a sister or a cousin or whatever, the best you can be. Go hard. It's like that balance, man. Like that balance is really what I look to like really inject into these players, these young players. Like, man, baseball ain't everything. I know.
Not at all.
No, there's
I know you're
gonna
be
out there.
I tell them all the time, I know you're gonna be sick. You're gonna be nasty at short. You're gonna have colleges, and you're gonna get drafted, and you're gonna have the opportunity in your hands. But bro, just know there's so much more to life. And you need to understand that right now, not when the game is over and you can't play no more, because it gives you a sense of urgency too, man. And so I don't have all the answers. I don't know. I'm just going off of experiences, but I got to say,
be a kid for so long.
Yeah, man. I see a lot of amazing things in you guys when it comes to this, man. It's such a balance. You guys take your time. And, a lot of people in your shoes, I know we just got it in us. The culture, how we are, we just want to boom, boom, boom. Let's get it done. Let's get it. Like, and I think the fact that you guys are going from 0 to 100 and chilling in that 22, enjoying it, that 50, enjoying that 50. Hey, Maya, what that 50 looked like? That felt good, huh?
So good.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Now we on 99 and we taking care for life. But you remember that 50, man? We really soaked that in.
Yeah.
I think people would like to know, what was your first experience with Tater? Whether it was maybe it wasn't meeting me or talking to someone or just picking up the bat. What was your first? That's something I'm curious about now myself.
It's a hefty question.
Yeah, it's kind of loaded, but like, what was that first experience with Tater?
Well, obviously it came, in Pittsburgh and really feeling the bat. But I'm gonna be completely honest, man. The product, I told you, was special. I felt like it was cool. I felt like it was it was well made. It was detailed. I love the logo. I love the name. But then what really caught my attention in my eyes was how consistent, like how non-pushy you guys were. You guys weren't pushing product down people's throat. It was more about, hey, man, this is who we are. We enjoy baseball. We love baseball. We love people. We just want to see what you think about this. And I respected you guys' hustle, man. How you guys got in the ballparks. You guys got to talk about on this podcast. MLB might not want to do it.
I don't know if
I don't know if I can say anything about that.
But man, like just the hustle, the grind, of a lifestyle that's not very glamorous, because you're making bats for, and the players are getting all the attention, all the love, all whatever. So you're doing this truly out of with nothing, expecting nothing. And the fact that it's grown this much and hopefully, we'll continue to grow it even more for the younger generation. Like, that's something that really caught my attention like that. All right, these guys are humble. These guys want to work. They know how to work. They don't want a quick buck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I'm behind this. I'm behind this because that's what I want to be behind.
Yeah, and you've had it all, man. You've had the bats, the first fielding glove that we made, the first legit fielding glove that we made. That was a sexy one, and then
A bunch of different batting gloves, like
BGs,
yeah.
merch.
Bro, it's crazy. You guys have taken care of me, man. I feel so blessed. So, I mean, you know what? The biggest thing is that I didn't have to sign a contract. I didn't have to get none of that, none of the business details and like none of that. It was a mutual respect because we understood early on what we stood for and how we could use each other,
right,
in a respectful way.
and build each other up.
Yeah, because there was a lot
man,
of value having someone like you being able to be honest with us as well, the same way that we were honest with you about products. Because product development is not easy, man.
No, it's not. And you got to be constantly thinking about it so you can get involved in that and forget to do other things. And I mean, you guys have done such a good job evolving and doing different things. And, the quality of the stuff, it just takes time and work. And that's what it's about, man. It's not just, all right, I want to put this product out there, the nicest I could do. And then just what? There's no growth. And you guys got that mentality, man. So I enjoyed, this all this stuff that I get from you guys, man. It's like I always say, man, it's well made, man. It'll last. It looks good.
That's number one, looking good.
Look good.
Oh man,
feel good, play good, right?
That's right. That's the motto, man. But you got to back it up. If not, I got to put you on some Payless like bleach or something, man. Like,
oh, that's great.
I really, I just like what you guys were about, man. It was my first interaction, especially too from guys from Puerto Rico, doing this, a Puerto Rican family, like getting after it and
changing the face of baseball one day at a time.
Yeah. Showing up for us, and all the Latin players too. And, I love it because when I go around, people, oh, you that Tater guy, man. You Tater this, you Tater that. I'm like, man, I can't claim none of this. Like they really do a great job, and I've been able to put on a few guys on, that I trust and I like. But, you guys are family with it. So, man, I encourage you guys to keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. This is going to be an amazing podcast. Continue to encourage the younger generation. And like I told you the other day, man, when we were talking, it's just like it could be about anything, about life. It could be.
We'll definitely have you on again for everyone to expand on this conversation.
Yeah, man. Let me know. You let me know what you guys need. Anytime I'm available. Just shoot me a message. We'll talk. We'll link up. Hopefully we can, do some around spring training with this, negotiations going on. But
let's inspire people around the world.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you hopping on this with us. I know there's gonna be another one or another couple ones coming along the way. Whenever that happens, we'll make it dope. But yeah, man, it's been a great talk.
Let's pick it up, man. Let me know. I got a question for you guys though too.
Hit us.
Yeah, I got a question for you guys that the guys might want to hear. All the fans might want to hear. How does the the process of cutting a bat, painting it, and doing everything for one bat? How long is the process?
Man, for a good bat, I mean, we could make a bat in a day, but to make a good bat,
I'm talking about the quality stuff.
So the bats that we make on a daily basis, they take about 2 to 3 weeks to make, start to finish. Probably have 6 to 7 people touch the bat on multiple occasions for quality control measures between cutting it, weighing it, sanding it, making the bat harder at the barrel.
Yep.
painting it, putting the color on, checking again, making sure it stays on weight.
Yeah, it's a loaded process, man, because it's like you know how it is, but it's so much more than just cutting a bat from a piece of wood, right? You get a bunch of wood come in. They come in on big skids, 350 pieces at a rip. But you gotta let that wood sit for a little bit. You gotta let it stabilize. Because if not, that has to adjust to the climate that it's in. Or that
Right.
bat's not gonna perform at its peak. So that's the first 2 or 3 days right there.
Right. And the painting process alone is about 5 or 6 days. We don't use cheap paint that dries in an hour. We have paint that has to sit and cure and harden and make sure that it has the hardest exterior that it has to withstand the demands of hitting a ball at 95 miles an hour. So
really, we're talking because I get a lot of questions from kids and the younger generation. They want things immediately, and I always say, do you want something that's going to break right away, but you got it quick, or do you want something that was well made, thought out, put heart and sweat into it, and it might break still? Yeah, of course it might break. I'm not saying it might last longer, but wouldn't you want to have that vibe in your hands or that vibe in you, like?
that
Wouldn't you
confidence
want
at the
to
plate.
see where it comes from? What it is, how long it takes, like the process. And they're like, "Oh man, I didn't think about it like that." Yeah, well, it's not like you guys have 35 employees getting after this bat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really just me, my brother, my dad, and we have a handful of other guys that really help us on it. I think about 4 or 5 guys on it that come in, throughout the week, a couple of days a week.
They love doing it,
Yeah.
and they love who you are, man. They know what you guys stand for. So I think it's a good thing for guys to remember, man. Kids and everybody, like, man, it's a process. It takes time, and people really do care about what you put in your hands. Some people.
Yeah, right.
Let me say that. Not everybody. Because
Right.
we can treat you like Walmart and just start pushing out numbers, or we can treat you like elite, and you get the good stuff.
Right.
But one thing that you helped me with, you guys both, was understanding, hey, it's not about having 57 bats, bro. It's about ordering 3-4 bats at a time.
Right.
And I thought that was like, we always work saying what? Oh, well, you know what? We don't want to take 1,000 ground balls if we're not going to do it right.
Mm-hmm.
We want to take, just few ground balls the right way, and then that's good. Well, man, what about our product? What about our product?
Right.
I don't care if it's well made and it looks sharp. Hey, that's it. That's it, man. It gives you that confidence, bro. That mentality. It's a mentality like, this is elite. Not everybody's gonna get this.
Right.
Yeah.
This brand is an elite thing because it's well done, and it takes time to do something that's worth it.
Right. I think you hit the nail right on the head, and I think let's leave it at that. So the folks can, let's give them enough for today, and then we have you come on a couple more times because I know we have a ton of stuff to talk about.
Hey, I'm in next week. What's up?
Let's make it happen.
Go with it.
Comment below if
with
what
it.
you wanna ask CC for the next podcast.
Let's do that.
Let's do it, man. Give me whatever. We talk about anything.
We'll put up an IG story. We'll put up comments on YouTube. Whatever people want to ask CC, let's get it going because this guy's full of knowledge, full of experiences. Take full advantage of having him with us on the team, man, because he's a real special guy.
Yeah, there's no better person, and
Thank you.
we appreciate having you on. And now I give the folks a little shout out that people who are listening on, that we don't run ads, but if you or anything like that, we do this out of the goodness of our hearts that we want to provide people with good quality content. If you felt like you learned from this, if it has inspired you, share it to somebody else that may want to hear it, that need it. It could be a teammate, a parent, a coach, anybody, your brother, your sister, it doesn't matter who. Just share it because we want to produce this on a reoccurring basis and give you guys that inspiration you may need to get through the trials and tribulations of the baseball grind or just the lifestyle stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Lifestyle. Yeah, we can hit all kinds of points from that. So yeah, shout out to Tater family, Kong Life.
Kong Life,
hey.
Tater Gang.
I love you guys, man, and shout out to Pops too, your dad, and everybody, man. I can't wait to see you guys in person, hopefully soon. And man, let's just
Let's make it happen.
let's just let's give these people what all the questions they got, man. We're here, so
Let's go.
Awesome.
Peace out, Tater Gang.